What comes to mind if I say, watch the box? Well, on Monday, Jeanine Pirro, the top federal prosecutor in Washington, walked out of the White House carrying a large white box. And inside was evidence from the Interior Department showing that David Hearn, along with several other people, did not vandalize the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. Pirro had brought the evidence to the president because he was still insisting vandals caused the damage. The pool had gone through this rushed makeover for the America 250 celebration, a $14.7 million no-bid resurfacing contract, plus another $1.7 million for a separate cleaning system. And then the new coating started peeling, and the pool leaked, and algae showed up. And Trump blamed vandals. David Hearn is 67 years old and a three-time Olympic canoeist. On June 19th, he stopped his bike near the pool and briefly touched a piece of coating that had already come loose. Pirro's office charged him with felony destruction of property, carrying a possible sentence of up to 10 years. Pirro didn't simply inherit the case and then discover it was a mess. She's the one who announced the indictment herself. She said Hearn had acted forcefully and violently. And then her case, sort of like the reflecting pool, started coming apart. According to Hearn's lawyers, grand jury transcripts show that a National Park Service official testified that the pool was already damaged before Hearn touched anything. And the same repairs would have been necessary either way. Pirro's office eventually filed a 20-page motion blaming the damage on faulty installation and the rush to finish the project before July 4th. Prosecutors also accused the Interior Department of failing to provide key documents until after the indictment. Charges against 3 other people were dropped too. There are really only 2 available explanations here, I guess. Either Interior failed to provide critical evidence before prosecutors sought the indictment, or prosecutors charged these people before completing the investigation that would have shown that they couldn't even prove a crime. And neither explanation is remotely reassuring. The contractor had already acknowledged that parts of the project needed repair. The peeling had been visible and publicly photographed for weeks. Somehow, a man was still indicted for allegedly causing damage that the government's own evidence showed was already there. Trump's response is also pretty revealing. He didn't ask how this prosecution had gone so badly wrong. He said Pirro had choked and folded like an umbrella. He kept circulating security footage that he claimed showed people cutting the liner with a knife or a box cutter, even though the footage doesn't clearly show any blade. Now, once Trump publicly declared that vandalism had occurred, the Justice Department faced pressure to find a vandal. Somebody had to make the original claim true after the fact. The courtroom, though, still requires evidence that can survive a defense lawyer, disclosure rules, and a judge. And that process created enough friction to stop this case, although only after prosecutors had already put Hearn through an indictment. Pirro has now moved to dismiss the case without prejudice, which means Hearn could still be charged again. His lawyers are asking the court to make the dismissal permanent. Even after admitting the case couldn't proceed, Pirro's office left open the possibility of doing it all over again. Her own future is pretty uncertain too. Trump still won't say whether her job is safe. So watch what happens next, because firing Pirro now would send a very clear message to every federal prosecutor in the country. When the evidence contradicts the president, your responsibility is no longer to follow the facts. Your responsibility is to make him correct. I'll see you soon.